My guys. All right, man. I get it. Why shops cost so much to do this job? I get it. I get it. I actually, now that I'm doing it myself, I don't think they charge enough. Oh, hell no. No, they don't charge enough. They don't charge enough. We about 8 hours into this, man. We about 8 hours into this. Finally got this head off. Still got the passenger side. You still gotta get the valve cover off, the rocker arms. Gotta get all that out there. Then get the head off. And then y'all know that side is tight, so there's that. But yeah, I get it, dog. I get why this is such an expensive job. I'll tell you what though, this gasket is on here very well. That thing didn't come up at all when I pulled that head, and in a lot of cases you'll see them stuck to the bottom of the head. A lot of times they'll come off with the head, but I like this. So this is a good sign for me. Also, man, nobody told me how messy this job was. Like, I got my bucket, several buckets. Like, there's no way to anticipate where this fluid is gonna come from when once it starts leaking, man. But yeah, got a lot to clean up for sure. Like, I'm gonna clean all of this stuff up, you know, before we put this thing back together. I got some bolts I got to fish out. Like, I got one bolt dropped in the oil pan, got one in that bucket. Nothing important, but yeah, we got to do a little fishing at some point today. But so far so good, man. I am worried about this whole timing situation. Now, I've done quite a bit of research on it, so I think I can knock this out and not destroy the car because the timing is messed up. But we're gonna try to make it do what it do, man. I'm gonna try to make it do what it do. Like I said, I will have my tuner send the base tune file. Whenever we done, we get everything wrapped up. Like, I'm most likely gonna leave my bumper off initially. I'm not gonna put all that stuff back on just in case, you know, something is wrong and we got to go back in there. You know, just one little less thing that I have to do. I'm pretty confident we won't have to come back in here. So, you know, I'm gonna stick to my guns on that. But like, my biggest thing that I'm worried about is, again, the gasket. So making sure, like, I get all of that stuff cleaned up, so that way whenever I put the new timing cover on with the gasket, we don't have no leaks. You know what I'm saying? So that is my primary concern. Like, the rest of this stuff, I mean, it's just nuts and bolts. Like, I think as long as I put them tight enough and in the right spots, I think we'll be just fine. So yeah, that's where we at with that, man. But I'm gonna go ahead on and for me now, the video is gonna pick up tomorrow, you know, because I gotta work tonight. So that's the most I can get done. Again, I'm about 8 hours in, actually hands-on on the vehicle. So not bad. You know, pretty good progress for a person that's never done this before. And this is a 16-hour job. Well, 16 to about 19-hour job, according to the book. So I think this is pretty good progress. You know what I'm saying? It's probably going to take me, I don't know, 45 minutes to get that other head off. So that'll put us at about 9 hours. And then the rest of it, for the most part, obviously I got to get the lifters out of there because we do have new lifters to put in there as well. So the plan is get that other head off, get the lifters off while I'm doing the springs, because swapping those springs it's not the easiest thing to do. Well, I'm not going to say it's difficult. It's kind of tedious. You know what I mean? Compressing each spring, taking the, not the retainers. I forget what those little clips are called that hold springs, keep the springs in place. But getting those off, getting a new spring on, compressing it, putting them back on, so on and so forth. So that's a little tedious little process. So while I'm doing that, I'm gonna have the new lifters soaking in oil. Now they did send them oiled up, like, you know, they're in a little baggie and they you know, they're pretty oily, but we're gonna go ahead and soak them in some oil, and you know, hopefully we don't have no issues. And these are Hellcat lifters that we're putting in here, so we should be good to go. But again, man, I'll pick the video up tomorrow when I get back started. You know, what I'm gonna go ahead and do is replace all of these springs. Before I pull the other one out, I'm gonna do everything I need to do to this one, get it out of the way. That way it's ready to go back on the car. So I need to clean this thing up for sure. Look at all this, you know. Clean it all up and change the springs on here. And, you know, I'll get the new gasket out of the box. We'll throw the headers back on it and then just set this one off to the side. I'm trying to figure out where the side is going to be. As you can see, I'm working with very limited space. And like a jackass, I used my small table instead of the big one that I got the bumper setting on. So yeah, man, this is where we are. Still, you know, we've made good progress, but yeah, I gotta go ahead and clean this up, man. Like, it's starting to annoy me just looking at it. So yeah, clean this up, clean up the header a little bit, and get this off to the side. Then we'll start working on getting the passenger side header off the car, and rinse and repeat, man. Do the same process on that side. So let me, yeah, let's go ahead and get these springs off first. All right, so this is the tool I have for springs, right? So this is pretty simple. Once you put this thing on, you're just gonna twist this down. It'll compress the spring and eventually give you access to the keepers. And yeah, throw the new one in, take this one out, done deal. All right, so this is how the springs come, packaging for them. You also get these to replace the old ones, so go ahead and grab him up out of there. This is the new one. Even lets you know that this is the side that goes up, so like, can't get this part wrong, man. You know. Yeah, so got that. Go ahead and place your spring on top. Okay, got it in there. Now, just decompress this thing. All right, just like that. That's one spring down. Yeah, so gotta repeat that process a couple times, and then you know, I say a couple times, you know, you gotta do it 8 times on this one, 8 times on the next one. So since I just showed y'all the process once, I'm gonna go ahead and just knock these out, and then I'll put the camera back on whenever I'm done. Okay guys, so we got our new Melling high volume oil pump here. And it does come like pre-oiled and whatnot. So there's that. Oh, that's good looking compared to the original, which I've already taken away from here, so I can't show it to you. But yeah, so let me go ahead and get this on. Then this is gonna be hell to get this back on here. So I was able to get that unbolted without dropping my oil pan, you know. So getting it back on there, I know it's gonna be difficult, but we're gonna try to make it happen. So give me a second. I'll come back once I get done with this. Also, this new crank bolt. So along with the torque spec, which they give you everything you need in the kit, right? So 90 foot-pounds with blue Loctite. So got my Loctite right there. You know. Yeah. So let me get this done, man. All right. Got it all done, man. Got the tension back on there. We got it timed right. So technically now I'm supposed to turn the motor over about 4 times. Change the spark plugs on the car, on the heads, right? Because this is the easiest they'll ever be to change. So we just changed them. We went with some iridiums this time. I had Champion is what I was running before, but we just got those out of there. Got the intake manifold yellow. Still need maybe about 2 more coats on it, and then we'll be good on that. But yeah, so it's going, man. It's going. Just put the gasket on the timing cover because yeah, it's time, bro. I'm so ready to be done with this. I'm just tired of my car sitting up like this, so I gotta get it done.
One eternity later.
All right, guys, so I don't even know what day this is following the last clip, but it's certainly not the next day. I'll just say that. I don't even remember when the last time I recorded. But anyways, so we just got the heads on, and I'm torquing these down to spec, right? And just in case you're not familiar, so the torque specs on these are pretty particular, right? So you essentially do 3 rounds of tightening, right? So the first round is 25 foot-pounds, and you're supposed to work from the inside out, right? So from the center, work your way out. And then the second round is 40 foot-pounds. So you do the same thing, set your torque wrench to 40, do it again. And then the last one is a 90-degree angle. So essentially, the way I'm doing it, because I don't have like an angle, one of those wrenches that measure angle, right? I know I got it just like this at the 12 o'clock, then I need to turn it to the 3. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm doing. So I'm actually on this one. So with this one, actually, just so I have more room to swing it, I'm gonna start from here and then bring it out about there. That's about 90 degrees. So yeah, I'm gonna do that because I've already done the passenger side. Do that for this side, and then we'll get the rocker arms on there. You know. Let's see where did I leave off? Okay, I got 1 bolt left to tighten on the valve cover over there. I'm gonna double check all of them just to make sure. I'm gonna double check these, and then we'll go ahead and get this timing cover on and start getting the accessories put on here. Because yeah, end of the road right here, man. Really time to get it back together. So let me get these bolts tightened, and then we'll move on in a second. You know, timing cover back on. You're not gonna believe this, man. AC compressor they sent me is not the right one. It's right here. It's also not the right one. So I have to put the old one back on there. Now, obviously the pulley on it works just fine. I just won't have no air conditioning, right? So once I realized this, obviously I'm trying to call around to get a new compressor. The closest one to me is about an hour away in stock. And ready for me to pick up. But I'm like, nah, I'll go get that later. You know, I know that this thing works. It'll allow me to start my car. I can get that pulley later. You know, the AC and my daily work just fine. So I'll go pick that pulley up because I already paid for it. Not the pulley, that AC compressor up. But in the meantime, I'm still gonna go ahead and finish this, and then I'll just handle that situation at a later date. Which is great. So now I don't have to worry about recharging the system and all that stuff today. So that'll shorten it just a little bit, and we can get to the starting part. So what I'm waiting on is my impact diet. Man, I should have changed that crank bolt, but they didn't send me one. So we gonna just pray for the best. Hope it don't jump out of there and destroy nothing. If it do, well, then we can go ahead and start the stroker kit a little bit sooner. You know. But yeah, even that, I ordered one of those too, and I couldn't order that from AutoZone, couldn't order it from these local places. So I just went ahead and got one coming from Texas Speed. That'll be here beginning of the next week. Because I just did standard shipping on it. Like, again, I don't drive the 300 every day, so it'll be fine. And I'll just swap that out when I get it. But yeah, I'm waiting for my impact to charge so I can finish putting that thing on. Because it's gotten to the point now where when I try to turn it with the torque wrench, the entire harmonic balancer is spinning. So, I need my torque wrench to get it closer before I actually put it to torque spec. You know what I mean? Because it's obviously, if you guys have ever put one of those on, like you can't just push it on there with your hand. So I'm waiting for my impact to charge, and then we'll get it zipped on, get it torqued down. Got the big torque wrench up top, and get this finished. Got my bucket under there so I can go ahead and drain this oil. Like I said, I want to get done with this first, knock this bolt out, and then I'll start on the oil and all that stuff. So yeah, almost done, man. Y'all just hang tight with your boy, and I am gonna cut the camera on when I start draining this oil though, so y'all can see how much water like that had to go into that oil pan, man, because coolant was just running from everywhere, and a lot of it was going in the oil pan. So I'm sure it's gonna be a lot of coolant before the oil start coming. I just want y'all to see it, whatever. But give me a second, man. All right, guys, so we're about to change this oil, but I want y'all to see how much coolant is in here. See, dripping already. And there go the oil. But yeah, a lot of coolant goes into the oil pan, man. So you most certainly got to drain this thing. Won't be no reusing oil. But yeah, let me get this drained, get the new filter on, and then we'll refill this thing and put the coolant in, man. And look, guys, just got the oil drained, going, oh my goodness, going on with the new Mopar filter. And this is it, man. This is the last piece of the puzzle. Get this already refilled the coolant. I put the power steering in, but I do have to bleed it. So we're gonna do the bleeding of the power steering before we do the first start. I also have the base tune file. So we're gonna load the tune file up as well. And yeah, see, we can't get this old girl to fire up, man. Fingers crossed. Shit. About to be the moment of truth, man. I'm about to hook the battery up. Let y'all get a look, see. We're about to hook the battery up, load the tune, prime her a couple times, and see what she do, man. About to see if I'm about to be depressed for the next week, or if it's gonna turn out that this was a success. So I do need to bleed down this a little more. I'm gonna try a few more times, see if I can get any more air out of that power steering. But yeah, man, let's hook this battery up. All right, so we're gonna go open file. That's my cam tune up top. And we're gonna hit right. We'll bring you to this screen. You can confirm that you're actually loading the right file right there. And hit right. Now in the process, the car is gonna do all kinds of craziness. Cycle the gauges, all the lights gonna light up, and yeah, just gotta let this thing do its thing. Then we are going to prime the fuel pump several times, and We gonna give her a go, man. Oh my God, wish me luck. I swear, bro. I'm so anxious and so nervous and so scared that I did something wrong, bro. Oh my God. Like if something wrong I'm just sending it to the shop, man. It's just going to the shop. I'm not about to take it back apart after just putting it back together. I just don't have that in me. I ain't lying. I'm gonna just go pay them the $2,000. I'm gonna go pay them the $2,000 to do the work, man. It might be a little less than that since, all they got to do is find the issue. And yeah, it's crazy. But let me let this thing go ahead, and I'll cut the camera back on when we priming this here fuel pump. This is the first start